Hello, welcome to the Kyoto Geography channel. In this channel, I, who have worked in the Kyoto tourism industry for many years, will be sharing useful information about sightseeing in Kyoto. This time, I will explain in detail about the Arashiyama area. First, this video provided an overview of the Arashiyama area and each of its tourist spots there. Then explain how to access the area from the city center and other tourist spots. Finally, I will also introduce a recommended way to go around, so please watch it until the end. The overview of Arashiyama area and its main attractions. Arashiyama is one of Kyoto's most famous tourist destinations. It originally developed over 1,000 years ago as a place for aristocrats to have villas, as it had a nice atmosphere and was cooler than the city. Later, several powerful people who loved Arashiyama transplanted thousands of cherry trees and built many temples and shrines. Then, in the early modern period, Arashiyama established itself as a tourist destination, a position it holds to this day. The literal meaning of Arashiyama in Japanese is storm mountain in English. It's not a place where storms particularly occur frequently, but there is a mountain called Arashiyama, and the surrounding area came to be known as Arashiyama. As I mentioned earlier, Arashiyama is a place with a wonderful atmosphere, with rivers, valleys, and bamboo forest, as it can be inferred from the fact that many aristocrats once had villas there. And the three most commonly mentioned attractions are the bamboo forest, Tenryu-ji Temple, and Togetsukyo Bridge. I will explain each one in detail. Bamboo forest. There are three bamboo forest areas in Arashiyama. The first one runs from the northern part of Arashiyama shopping street to Nonomiya Shrine. Since this is the bamboo forest area at the entrance to the bamboo forest area, I will refer to this place as bamboo forest entrance area in this video. Most tourists pass through here to enter the bamboo forest area. The second one is the bamboo forest trail, which is artificially created for viewing bamboo forest and is located immediately to the right after crossing the railway crossing from Nonomiya Shrine. In this video, I will call this place as Bamboo Forest Trail area. The third one is the bamboo forest area that stretches west from the north gate of Tenryu-ji Temple. This third area is the most beautiful bamboo forest area with greener and more numerous bamboo. Generally, the Arashiyama bamboo forest refers to this area. And in this video, I will refer to this place as authentic bamboo forest area. As mentioned above, there are three bamboo forest areas in Arashiyama, which are bamboo forest entrance area, bamboo forest trail area, and authentic bamboo forest area. Of course, if you have time, I recommend you visiting authentic bamboo forest area. Tenryu-ji Temple. Tenryu-ji Temple was built by Takauji Ashikaga, the founder of the Muromachi shogunate, for his lord, Emperor Go-Daigo. I think that many foreigners do not know what the Muromachi shogunate is, so I would like to give you a brief explanation of Japanese history here. First, please take a look at this. Japanese history can be broadly divided into the Paleolithic times, ancient times, feudal times, which was the age of samurai, early modern times, which was also age of the samurai, and modern times. If we classify it more specifically, it can be divided into the Japanese Paleolithic period, Jomon period, Yayoi period, Kofun period, Asuka period, Nara period, Heian period, Kamakura period, Muromachi period, Sengoku period, Azuchi Momono period, Edo period, Meiji era, Taisho era, Showa era, Heisei era, and the current Reiwa era. In this way, I think it is easier to understand for you if we look at Japanese history as a whole. As I mentioned earlier, Tenryu-ji Temple was built in 1339 by Takauji Ashikaga, a pioneer of the Muromachi period, to mourn Emperor Go-Daigo, who was the emperor at that time. In fact, For some reason, Takauji Ashikaga rebelled against Emperor Go-Daigo and became a powerful man himself, but he deeply respected him in his heart. Returning to the topic of Tenryu-ji Temple, the highlight here is its garden, named Sogenchi Garden. This garden, which incorporated borrowed scenery techniques that make use of the surrounding mountains, giving the viewer the illusion that the surrounding mountains are part of the garden, is registered as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and is also designated as first special place of scenic beauty of Japan. It delights visitors in each season: cherry blossom in spring, green leaves in summer, red leaves in autumn, and snowy scenery in winter. Togetsukyo Bridge. Togetsukyo Bridge is a symbolic landmark of the tourist destination Arashiyama. According to the legend, the bridge was already there in the 8th century. The current bridge is a modern one, made of reinforced concrete, that was completed in 1934, but it was designed to look like an old-fashioned wooden bridge. So at first glance, it looks like a wooden bridge. The literal meaning of the name in Japanese is bridge crossed by the moon. In the 13th century, Emperor Kameyama said that the moon appeared to be crossing the bridge at a certain place in Arashiyama at a certain time, although it is not clear where or when it happened. And so the name was given to the bridge. It's just a bridge, you might say, but Togetsukyo Bridge is so symbolic in Arashiyama, and it's often used as a hotspot. And also, if you actually walk across it, you can enjoy the magnificent view of Arashiyama's nature. So it's definitely a place you should visit if you come to Arashiyama. Above, I have explained the three major tourist spots: Bamboo Forest, Tenryu-ji Temple, and Togetsukyo Bridge, that are synonymous with Arashiyama. However, there are many other attractions in Arashiyama besides these three. I will introduce some of them from now on. Kimono Forest. Kimono Forest is a place inside Randen Arashiyama Station where there are about 600 poles of kimono fabric. As the name suggests, it truly feels like a forest of kimono fabric. If you are interested in kimono or traditional Japanese dyeing techniques, please stop by. In the evening and at night, the poles are lit up, making it even more pretty, so it might be a good idea to visit it at the end of your trip to Arashiyama. I recommend finishing off your trip with a look at Kimono Forest, then taking the Randen from the Randen Arashiyama Station back to the city center. Nonomiya Shrine. Nonomiya Shrine is an ancient shrine with a long history associated with the imperial family. In the past, in Japan, there was a profession called Sayo who were unmarried women of the imperial family and offered prayers on behalf of the emperor. Sayo used to live and pray at Ise Shrine in Ise City, Mie Prefecture, but it is said that before going to Ise, they would purify their bodies and minds at Nonomiya Shrine here for about a year. In other words, this place, Nonomiya Shrine, has been recognized as a very pure place and a power spot since ancient times. It is also famous for appearing in the oldest Japanese novel, The Tale of Genji. Deities enshrined here are said to grant blessings such as good relationships, fertility, and academic success, and the grounds are enveloped in a divine atmosphere, so be sure to stop by if you are passing by. Okochi Sanso Garden. Okochi Sanso Garden was created by Denjiro Okochi, a famous Japanese actor from 100 years ago, using his own money and taking 30 years to complete. This garden has a different atmosphere from the gardens of temples such as Tenryu-ji Temple. It is a very grand garden, so if you like Japanese gardens, you should definitely stop by. Rankyo Gorge. I think this is a hidden gem in Arashiyama. Many people visit only the main street, the famous temples, and the bamboo forest. But in my personal opinion, Rankyo Gorge here is the real charm of Arashiyama. Many people pass nearby when heading from the bamboo forest to Togetsukyo Bridge, but since they tend to travel through Kameyama Park to the north, it is difficult for them to reach Rankyo Gorge. Yakatabune boat tour. You can experience the boating style of ancient Japanese aristocrats. The Yakatabune boat tour are generally open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. about, although they may be suspended due to weather conditions. There are boarding points on both sides of the river, and a 30-minute sightseeing course is also available without a reservation. So please feel free to take a ride. As I mentioned earlier, you can enjoy Rankyo Gorge, the hidden gem of Arashiyama, from a boat ride. You may also come across a boat with a shop selling snacks and drinks along the way, so you can enjoy the authentic Arashiyama experience while relaxing and swaying on the river with eating and drinking. I highly recommend it. Arashiyama Monkey Park, Iwatayama. At this monkey park, you can encounter wild monkeys. You can reach the park by climbing the mountain from the south side of Togetsukyo Bridge for about 15 minutes. You can also feed monkeys. So if you are interested in monkeys or wild animals, be sure to stop by. Above, I have explained the overview of Arashiyama, 3 major tourist spots, and 6 other tourist spots. Next, I will explain how to access Arashiyama area. How to go to Arashiyama area. Arashiyama area has 3 train stations, of which is JR Line, Hankyu Line, and Randen Line, making it very convenient for transportation. If you are coming from Kyoto Station, JR Line is the most convenient. It takes about 20 minutes to reach JR Saga Arashiyama Station from Kyoto Station. Trains depart approximately every 15 minutes. From downtown in the city center, Hankyu Line is convenient. You will need to transfer at Katsura Station, but you can arrive in about 20 minutes. And trains also depart every 10 to 15 minutes. Additionally, Randen Line runs through the center of Arashiyama area, which is also very convenient and recommended. You can transfer to the subway at Uzumasa Tenjingawa Station, making it possible to access many places from a wide area, including the city center or Kyoto Station. And if you take the Randen Kitano Line via Katabira no Tsuji Station, you can access Ninnaji Temple and Myoshinji Temple. If you change to a bus from Ninnaji Temple, you can get to Ryowanji Temple. And if you change it to a bus from the last stop, Kitano Hakubaicho Station, you can get to Kinkakuji Temple. Randen Line also departs every 10 minutes, so that means they operate very frequently. As I mentioned above, Arashiyama area is served by several train lines with frequent service, making it extremely convenient for transportation. If you prefer, you can also get there by bus. From Kyoto Station, you can get there in about an hour by city bus Route 28, which departs approximately every 20 minutes, or in about an hour by Kyoto bus route number 73, which departs approximately every 30 minutes. There are also frequent bus services available, and it is not inconvenient. But buses have a low capacity, so they tend to get crowded easily, and there is a chance of getting stuck in traffic. So in terms of speed and comfort, it can be said that trains are far more convenient. From downtown, you can take city bus route 11 directly to Arashiyama in about an hour. It departs about every 20 minutes on weekdays and every 30 minutes on weekends. So it's not very frequent, but it's convenient if it's not crowded. However, if it's too crowded to get a seat, I recommend you taking the Hankyu Line or Randen Line and the subway. Above, I have explained how to access Arashiyama area. Finally, I would like to introduce an example of a recommended way to go around Arashiyama area. An example of recommended route to go around. The course I'm about to introduce takes at least 4 hours, but if you add in time for breaks, lunch, and souvenir shopping, it will take more than 6 hours, making it a full day course. Therefore, if you are limited by time, you may need to make adjustments such as reducing the number of places you visit. First, we will start at the entrance to the bamboo forest at the northern part of shopping street. We will then admire the bamboo forest at the bamboo forest entrance area that I introduced earlier before heading to Nonomiya Shrine. After viewing Nonomiya Shrine, head north, cross the railroad crossing, and sightsee bamboo forest trail area I introduced earlier. Afterwards, return to Nonomiya Shrine and head to Tenryu-ji's North Gate to sightsee Tenryu-ji Temple. There are two types of admission tickets to Tenryu-ji Temple. One is for the garden, and the other is for the building. The garden of Tenryu-ji Temple is very valuable, as it remains exactly as it was when it was first built in 1339. As for the building, it has actually been destroyed by fire many times. And although the current building is impressive, it was rebuilt about 100 years ago. You can go inside and relax while looking at the garden from inside the building, but the main attraction of Tenryu-ji Temple is the garden, which remains exactly as it was when it was first built. Also, only admission tickets to the garden can be purchased at the North Gate. First, purchase your garden admission tickets at the North Gate, and if you wish to visit the interior of the building, you will need to pay an additional fee at the South Gate. An important thing to remember about this tour is return to the North Gate surely, as authentic bamboo forest area is located right next to the North Gate of Tenryu-ji Temple. Therefore, you must return to the North Gate after showing the garden admission ticket in the South Gate again, which you originally purchased at the North Gate. After leaving the North Gate of Tenryu-ji Temple, turn left immediately and walk to the dead end of the road with admiring authentic bamboo forest area, and you will arrive at the next viewing spot, Okochi Sanso Garden. After admiring Okochi Sanso Garden, I recommend you heading through Kamiyama Park and towards Rankyo Gorge. But there is a point to note here as well. If you just go through the park following the flow of people and the signs without any knowledge, you will not reach Rankyo Gorge. To get from Kamiyama Park to Rankyo Gorge, you will need to go against the flow of people and the signs. Here are the directions. First, after leaving the Okochi Sanso Garden exit, go straight toward Kamiyama Park. Once inside the park, you will see the sign that tells turn left for Togetsukyo Bridge, but go straight ahead against that. If you go straight ahead, you will come to a staircase, so go down those stairs. You could also keep going straight after going down the stairs, but that route will not get you to Rankyo Gorge. So what should we do? This is a little difficult, but after you go down the stairs, go about just 10 meters, and then turn diagonally to the right, please. Or after going down the stairs, go about 50 meters, and then take the narrow path diagonally to the right, please. However, this place is a bit steep, so you had better not go this way on rainy days. If you do it, you can reach Rankyo Gorge using either of the above two routes. Once you arrive at Rankyo Gorge, all you need to do is just walk downstream along the river, heading towards Togetsukyo Bridge, which I mentioned earlier. Then about 200 meters before Togetsukyo Bridge, you will find Arashiyama Tsusen Yakatabune boarding point. So if you have time, I highly recommend taking the 30-minute sightseeing course, which you can board without a reservation. As mentioned earlier, a cruise around Rankyo Gorge on Yakatabune is one of the highlights of sightseeing in Arashiyama. The reception hours for Yakatabune boats vary depending on the season, but are originally from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. There's also a Yakatabune boarding point on the opposite bank, which is called Arashiyama Tsusen Yakatabune South Boarding Area. So there are two in total. After crossing Togetsukyo Bridge, you will find the entrance to Iwatayama Monkey Park, located just across the south bank. It takes about 15 minutes from the entrance to Monkey Park itself, climbing the mountain. Please note that Monkey Park is open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. After viewing Monkey Park, descending the mountain, cross Togetsukyo Bridge again, and head to your final viewing spot, Kimono Forest. If it's just starting to get dark, Kimono Forest will be lit up, making it a more beautiful view. If you have time, you might want to wait for it with shopping or taking a break. After viewing Kimono Forest, you will find out the station directly in front of you, or rather, Kimono Forest itself is located within the Arashiyama station complex of the London Line. Therefore, the smoothest way to leave Arashiyama is taking the London Line, that's all. Transferring to the subway at Uzumasa Tenjinga Station allows you to go almost anywhere, such as downtown or Kyoto Station. Above, I have introduced one example of how to tour Arashiyama area, and I have explained the overview of Arashiyama, detailed information about the main tourist spots, how to go there, and recommended sightseeing course. What do you think? Arashiyama is just one of Kyoto's tourist spots, so some people may have thought that 2 or 3 hours would be enough. But I think some may have been surprised to learn that it takes almost a whole day to explore the area. And this is not all. If we expand the area a little further, there are many more tourist spots around the area, such as Tenryu-ji Temple, Rakushisha, Nison-in Temple, Gyoji Temple, and Adashi no Nembutsuji Temple. In the next video, I will introduce tourist spots in the Arashiyama area that we were unable to cover this time, as well as recommended way to go around even further deep. This course is definitely a full day course that will take you from morning to night. If you want to fully enjoy Arashiyama area, be sure to check out the next video too, please. Like this, in this channel, I, who have worked in Kyoto's tourism industry for many years, will continue to share useful information for sightseeing, including Kyoto's geography, individual tourist spots, and transportation networks, and so on. If you enjoyed this video, I would be very happy and encouraged if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much for watching until the end today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye bye.